two, 1, 2. All right, welcome everybody to our Sunday service. I'd like to say everybody looks wonderful today. Can everybody say, hallelujah? All right, I'm glad everybody's awake tonight. Today, my bad, I'm really nervous up here. I'd like to encourage everybody to stand as we begin our first 3 opening songs for today. And we're gonna start with Country Roads. Now I want to hear everybody sing along. I know you know the lyrics. Don't shy away. We want to hear your beautiful, beautiful, beautiful voices today. Come on.
Yesterday, country roads take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, country roads, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads, take me home. Country roads.
Join us to sing along the principal youth march. Come on, everybody. I know you know.
We are the youth, soldiers of the truth, called by our God on high. Now is the time, march to the world, sounding the battle cry. To
Beautifully sang. Choir. Let's move on to If Life Were Gracious Enough.
If life were gracious enough to grant my way, I would reach to the ends of the earth to give love in every day. And each would find his home with peace and friendship there, where joyous songs abound and happiness to share. If life were gracious enough to grant my dreams, I would see your face in the stars and hear your song in every stream. The comfort of your smile in the warm caress of spring, in the dance of life all the while. I feel your love in every day. We will make life gracious enough to fulfill our dream. We will lift off the weight of the world, then our love will blossom supreme. We will free each heart from the pain and anguish of the past through the preciousness of our love. True joy will reign at last through the preciousness of our love. True joy will reign at last.
Please join me in prayer. Our Father in heaven, great is thy name. I thank you so much for giving us this day, another day to breathe and enjoy the creations that you have given unto us. To gather with our brothers and sisters, our uncles, our aunts, our relatives, our friends, the people we love, our beloved community. We're so grateful for this life, this purpose that you have given unto us. To serve, to protect, to praise, and to love. We thank you each and every day, Heavenly Father. We pray that today we're able to appreciate each and everyone's presence. And for our beloved leader, Dr. Yong, we pray for his safety. But most importantly, we pray that his faith, his love may spread to his next mission. May the people feel his love. May the people feel his wonderful, wonderful charisma. And may we share wonderful stories that we have about him. We pray, Heavenly Father, that you protect this man and take him with you. Guide him with your heart. And may he follow your will. I offer this prayer in my name and in Jesus' name. Amen and adieu.
Let's give a rounding applause to our New Jersey Family Church Band. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. You all may be seated now. And welcome, brothers and sisters. You are here today, gathered at the New Jersey Family Church for the thank you and farewell service for our dear beloved brother, Dr. Chonshik Yong. I would also just like to acknowledge Dr. Yong today. We have gathered brothers and sisters from even Pennsylvania. I see the Pennsylvania communities here. Some people even coming all the way from Pittsburgh. We also have KEA Family Church joining us today as well. Thank you for coming. We also have the Elizabeth Family Church members coming. And I met just two sisters coming from Bronx, New York. So New York is in the house. And maybe there's many more that I didn't meet or miss. I apologize, but Delaware, yes, we have Delaware. Mrs. Mylar right there, Dr. Yong, yeah. So Dr. Yong, although this is a local service, just people could not stay away. They just wanted to come to celebrate you. And so also, brothers and sisters, I just want to, welcome everyone. Thank you so much for coming and sharing your bright smiles. And today, this service could not happen without actually our local Bergen County volunteers. So let's give Bergen County volunteers a hand. Thank you so much for really preparing, coming early, and setting up this whole service for us. Also, just one announcement, one quick announcement, because this is really important for everybody. As you may have already heard, in June 24th, there's going to be a Chumbo event happening at Belvedere. And so our local sister, Mrs. Tomomi Ueda, will be in the Carnation Room, which is right over there, that conference room. And if you need to register, have any questions about ancestor liberation and anything regarding Chumbo, please come talk to her after service, right after service. And next, actually, I'd like to dismiss our beloved Sunday school participants now. And so I'd like to call grade by grade. So starting with the pre-K and kindergarten group, if you guys can please head over to the parsonage. You guys can make your way out through the store, and your teachers and your volunteers will be there to guide you to your classroom. So pre-K and kindergarten, let's have you guys dismissed first. And of course, for parents, you guys can assist your kids to go as well. Next, I'd like to ask the first and second graders, if you guys can please head over to your Sunday school classrooms, the lilac room. And next, I'd like to invite up the third and fourth graders. If you guys are third and fourth grade here, please make your way towards the office. And next, I'd like to call on the fifth and sixth graders. If you guys are here, please make your way through the store and to your classroom, which will be in the Carnation Room, the conference room right out there. And last but not least, we'd like to invite the 7th and 8th graders. You guys can go to your classrooms in the Daffodil Room. And yes, all the parents, if you need to assist them, please help them out. All right, so I think that's it for all the Sunday school kids. I hope you had a wonderful time. Actually, if I can have the slide back up, because we are gonna wanna meet and greet each other. A week has been a long time, 7 days is too long. So please stand up to your feet, share your smiles and loves and hugs. And let's have a wonderful time, brothers and sisters. right, brothers and sisters. Dr. Yong is still hugging people, so feel free to hug more people. You guys can always feel free to share your gratitude as well. If you didn't get a chance to hug Pastor Naokimi, now's the chance to. I'm gonna take that. All right. Thank you everyone so much for really uplifting the spirit with greeting. I think Dr. Yong did the most greeting today and really uplifting the spirit, so thank you so much. I just received a quick text. Also, actually, we have the Boston community joining us over live stream too, so thank you, Boston, for joining us. I wonder maybe throughout the service, more people will start texting me and wanting to let them acknowledged. But yes, brothers and sisters, so I think if you're able to tune into morning devotions for the past few days, we've been hearing a lot of testimonies, heartfelt testimonies of brothers and sisters across this nation of America and some Canadian members as well, to sharing their gratitude and appreciation towards Dr. Yong. And today, as the New Jersey Family Church, many of the brothers and sisters even here have memorable and incredible experiences working with Dr. Yong, listening to his vision, shedding tears with him, laughing with him, and so many more memories. And to share on behalf of our community members, we have a few testimonies prepared. And to share with their heart first with all of us, I'd like to invite up one of our assistant pastors who has been really supporting Dr. Yong the moment he arrived, and he is really excited to continuously support Dr. Yong in any way capacity. So please help me welcome up our assistant pastor, Mr. Atsushi Takino.
Good morning. Okay. I was preparing. I have only 5 minutes time, so I have to make sure it's okay. Yes. Dr. Yong, I truly appreciate Heavenly Parent and True Mother sending you to United States. Many blessed families were sharing that God sent Dr. Yong for their family and them. If True Mother didn't request him to choose one church and show members vision of model church, if Dr. Yong didn't choose Clifton Church, I didn't have such an amazing experience with him. So I reported Dr. Yong New Jersey Family Church activities every week since he became senior pastor. I received many guidance from him. I look at my report and notebook, and I would like to share, brothers and sisters, what he had done for New Jersey Family Church to become model church. First, he started to pray for blessed families. He created family files. He said he has 700 members prayer list, and his goal is to create 30,000 members prayer list. And New Jersey Family Church members are in his prayer list differently. Then he started to meet family by Zoom. He met 76 families. He also invited the members for lunch after Sunday service. He shared with me, how can I love more members? And God gave him inspiration using his breakfast time. He invited more than 120 members to his breakfast from March 1st until now. He wanted us to have experience living in the kingdom of heaven. We must have kandong, meaning impression, experience every day. He also said our Sunday service must be celebration with God. He wanted us growing, loving heart, longing heart to God, to parents, and each other. He always told us that family is front line and practice filial piety not only to parents but to our spouse and the children. Second, he was investing, witnessing more than 100%. He encouraged us to have 3 spiritual children. How important it is to make Trinity in our lives. He empowered ethnic group. He had meetings with ethnic group leaders every week. Now ethnic groups communicate and support each other. He requested affiliated organization leaders, Dr. Agran, Reverend Gera, and Mrs. Catalina, and I to create 12 foundations in ACLC and UPF and the Women's Federation for World Peace. In ACLC, he invited Bishop Edward Kaplu, Reverend Sykes Kaplu, Pastor Williams Kaplu, Pastor Green's Kaplu, Bishop Rene and Pastor Butler, and he encouraged them to study divine principle. They all completed leading divine principle with us, and they accepted to take a role of 12 discipleship of Jesus at East Garden last month. They also went to Korea and participated in our event for 8 days. Now they are going to have 3 days DP lecture training created by Reverend Sykes in this week. Dr. Yong also encouraged us to find God-chosen people. He has clear vision to restore state and nation through Christianity and the UPF. I believe when he goes to Korea, God will give him wisdom and inspiration for creating unified heavenly Korea. Third, he encouraged us to read the 1 hour divine principle 100 times. 167 members complete the reading 1 hour EDP for 100 times. 65 members and complete the reading 3 hour EDP 30 times. And 20 members complete the reading 12 hours EDP 21 times. He wanted to create Fundok culture because this is one of the keys for uplifting our spirit. Many members testified to amazing experience through EDP reading. Finally, I learned what is the utmost sincere devotion and unity move the heart of God and true parents from Dr. Yong. I had unforgettable experiences through the family reunion honoring father's legacy together event. We invited 900 people, mainly New Jersey. I had many amazing experiences through this event. Because of that, I was not worried to have 12 discipleship of Jesus ceremony. Even same day, we had a spring festival, the engagement of second generation. Dr. Yong, I cannot forget how much you love my wife and I, and the love raised me up. You took me to Kodiak. You always asking me, Takino-san, are you going to Kodiak? I'm not sure if Pastor Naokim said okay, but I'm not. Then Pastor Naokim usually said, if somebody taking your role, cover your role, you can go. So, but I had to go there. I had experience in Kodiak first time. I went to there, and Las Vegas. And this time, Korea. Also, Takino, are you going to Korea? I'm not sure, Dr. Yong, I can go Korea. But he took me to Korea. Thank you, Dr. Yong. You are always telling us sorrowful heart of God. I know how much you love and care for true mother, how much you want to give her hope and joy. I truly respect you and love you so much. Thank you, Dr. Yong, choosing New Jersey Family Church. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Takino-san. Yeah, so this week, it's been a lot. It's a lot that's been going on. It's a lot of emotions. Just like Takino-san said, I think a lot of us are reviewing and of what we've learned from morning devotion. Right, and I remember the first morning devotion I attended, Dr. Yong was the first time Dr. Yong talked about longing heart. He was talking about the virgins who had oil, right, and some of them were prepared, some weren't, and it was all about longing heart. And I just created a list of other things that Dr. Yong had that I've learned from Dr. Yong, and actually I'll go through them as we go through testimonies. But up next, representing the community, I'd like to invite up Karen Beebe. Karen Beebe.
So good morning. So this is the Tear Church, right? Where Dr. Yong came here, and he really embraced Mother's vision to raise us up with spirit and truth, right? So when he came here, myself, I was kind of in very dry place, right? But because of that, that's a good thing. Because of that, then I was really looking for where I could find my truth, where I could really find a solution, right? So I kind of said I wouldn't cry, and I don't want to, because I want I don't want Dr. Yong to cry. I want him to be happy, and I want us to be happy, and we've really created a beautiful spirit, right, already. But what did he give to me, to our family? He, first of all, through morning devotion, yeah, but through reading EDP, I could really experience God's heart for me, and also True Parents' heart for us. I could discover True Parents as truly the Messiah and what that meant for me. So, you know, I just listened to Takino-san give a list of all the things that Dr. Yong has done, and you know, I'm kind of selfish in one way because I'm just thinking about what he's done for me and what he's done for us and what he's done for our family. So Takino, I'm really also. I had so memorable experience because of Dr. Yong with Mr. Takino. Reverend Takino came up here and he expressed one day in the Sunday service, you know, his heart, all the things, like what led him to this place, right? And it opened my heart to him, you know, and to other brothers and sisters. And this is a result of Dr. Yong and God and True Parents. I learned that God is really a living God, and God is working in this very moment through me and through Bob, through all of us here, and we have to recognize that, right? And we have to put ourselves in a place where God can work with us. You know, it says clearly in the divine principle as I'm reading more and more that God can't deal with what's not of the principle, only what's of the principle. So I have to make sure that my life is like that. And I'm really grateful to understand that, to know that, and to be able to practice that more, right? And as Mr. Takino said, Reverend Takino said, it's really, also Dr. Yong taught us a lot of Korean, right? I didn't learn very much Korean in my life. I had many stops and starts, right? I learned the alphabet, I learned this, I learned that, but so he taught us what is chaksarang and obo shibu shipshu. So I wanted to perfect that, but I don't have it so well, but my heart really is like that, right? But we really are so, I think as a community as a whole, and as a nation as a whole, as a continent as a whole, we're really grateful that your mother sent you here. And we know that things are only going to grow, right? That's our responsibility, right? To continue reading EDP. And also, you know, we experienced in you, Dr. Yong, a good able. You know, you said we always have to have that experience of a good able. And all of us, I think, experienced a good able. So now, instead of telling stories about Dr. Johan Lee, who's your good able, we're all going to be telling stories about Dr. Chung-Shik Yong, our good able. This is what we learned, right? And even it's a possibility that we'll become the kind of people that someday will say goodbye to us in the same way that we're saying goodbye to you for a few moments, right? We're so grateful, we're so glad, right? So, thank you so much. And I just want to let Bob say a few words, even though he says they called you, not me, but I want him to say something.
Thank you. I'm not in the program, but thank you for giving the mic to me. Just one thing I wanted to say is that because of Dr. Yong, I think I love my wife even more than ever as I see her change. And I hope all of you brothers out there that you love your wives more than ever. Is that true? Yeah. Because of Dr. Yong? So I'd like to dedicate a song to her this morning. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin? No. If I can't help falling in love with you. Everybody. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand. The words. Take my whole life too, for I can't help falling in love with you.
You know, Dr. Vivi said, thanks to Dr. Yong, he's been able to love his wife even more. I'm sure many of you can testify to that. But also, thanks to Dr. Yong, I now have a wife, so. The cycle continues. With that, next up, with the organization that Dr. Yong worked very closely with, I'd like to welcome up. All right, so looks like that isn't happening. So we're going to go on to, I believe, the ministry that Dr. Yong is most known for since he came here. It wasn't as prominent, but when Dr. Yong came here, it was one of the very first ministries he established nationally. And also in the Clifton Family Church. Until today, they continue to meet every Thursday at 6 o'clock. So representing ethnic ministry, I'd like to invite up EJ Rapata.
Thank you, Resfred, and congratulations for having a new wife. A new wife. Wow, it is amazing. On behalf, of course, of our ministry, and I'm representing so many organizations too, but I would like to particularly represent two important ministries. One, of course, is the ministry that Dr. Yong initiated. It's the ethnic ministry. And the other one, of course, is our ministry in Elizabeth, New Jersey. And by the way, we closed our church today. Yesterday, I was called, Takino-san calls like, can you please join Clifton Church? So everything is ready for us to go this Sunday, but we have to cancel our service in Elizabeth to come all the way here to pay respect and, of course, to share our gratitude to our Dr. Yong. When Dr. Yong came and started the ethnic ministry, one thing that I felt so much is, personally, is like empowering the minority groups in America. You know, in America, we have Americans plus the Japanese. This is like the American movement, right? The rest is like, they're just on the, on the wayside. But when Dr. Yong came, he empowered many ethnic ministries, and they started to rise up and contribute to the providence in America. So I've been in America for almost 18 years. And all these years, I felt like I'm just, a Filipino with doing something, whatever. But with Dr. Yong's initiative, many ethnic ministries take responsibility and actually brought results through that ministry. So I hope that whoever is the next leaders of our movement in America will continue this legacy, because I strongly believe that this ethnic ministry will revolutionize American movement. America is a country of immigrants. Would you agree? Yes. Maybe most of you who are here right now are diaspora communities from foreign countries. And we are not tapping to that population of immigrants. Even right now, with the ethnic ministry, we're having this conversation about touching the lives of these refugees or asylum seekers who are coming all the way from the South or anywhere else in America to become the embracing movement and environment where they can thrive, just like all of us. And so Dr. Yong's vision with ethnic ministry is like the United Nations. He said, when we empower all of these ethnic ministries or communities in America, it's just like empowering the United Nations. It's like what Father dreamed before, right? When he said through UPF, we will conquer the United Nations and establish and enable United Nations, right? But I think ethnic ministry has that potential to make that happen. Aju? Thank you. through the ethnic ministry, we were able to create initiatives. Of course, through Dr. Yong's guidance, it wasn't easy for us. All the ethnic leaders can testify. There's always pressure. We're always being asked to go beyond our limits and think outside the box. And so we initiated many things, such as the longest marriage and leadership summits and many other initiatives that ethnic communities have started working. We added new members through the ethnic ministry. We blessed so many couples through the ethnic ministry. And right now, we're reviving members through the ethnic ministry. And so I would like to ask, at this point, all the ethnic leaders who have been working alongside Dr. Yong for so many years, if you can please stand. Ethnic ministry leaders, please stand. You know yourselves. If you're here right now, and please come forward. Please come forward. May I ask you to please come forward? All the ethnic ministry leaders who are here right now, please come forward. Because at this point, we just like to give our appreciation. Thank you. This is my wife, by the way. We're not going to sing a song like Dr. Bibi, but we would like to give a certificate of appreciation to Dr. Yong for his outstanding leadership and innovative approach to the mission, and for conceiving the ethnic ministry as a way to accelerate growth in the United States of America. So on behalf of all our leaders, Dr. Yong, please accept our gratitude and appreciation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, EJ. And let's give one more hand to the ethnic ministry leaders. They were like the champions of Dr. Yong's mission, meeting with Dr. Yong every single Thursday. And some of you may or may not know, but through Dr. Yong's initiative, of course, ethnic ministry was revived within America, but also Dr. Yong asked each sub-region to select a country from each of from 5 continents around the world to donate to support financially. And through that, we've been able to, as America, I believe, since 2 years ago, donate about $150,000 to missions around the country. So let's give a hand to Dr. Yong once again. And of course, there's many more where that came from. But next, representing kind of a younger demographic, I know she was very much an avid morning devotion watcher. She loves Dr. Yong so much. And just representing our young demographic, let's welcome up Yejin Ang.
Wow, I don't think I can top those testimonies. Hello everyone. Hi. I have many memories of Dr. Yong I felt like it was a short time that he was here. And obviously, as you heard from the testimonies, and I know that other people can also testify to the impact that he's made. But as a young person, I feel like I kind of represent a lot of people here from Clifton Church, but also on GPA. We really depended on Dr. Yong's guidance a lot. And I think, at least for me, my time in GPA was a time when my faith was being strengthened or kind of nurtured a lot. And that was the time when Dr. Yong started to give a morning devotion. And so I think, at least in my life of faith, it's become a strong part of my life of faith. The things that he keeps repeating over and over again, having a longing heart, for God and true parents and for your brothers and sisters. Yeah, but I think I was reflecting and I feel like personally I felt this is the closest that I felt to a president or a continental director, continental director, or major church leader. And I felt that, I felt this connection because whenever Dr. Yong talks about youth or about young people, I can tell he really believes in young people a lot. And he really trusts us young people. And so I think really seeing that, how much he trusts me or how much he trusts our generation, it's, I don't know, I feel like almost like I want to just jump into the mission kind of, or like just get out of my house like he told me to and do something. And also Dr. Yong always talked about having a clear vision in our lives, right? Having a goal. And I think a lot of, or I guess the main problem or issue with youth or young people is that we don't have really a goal, or at least something we want to achieve in our lives, which is really sad. And also I saw it in my own life too. But when I reflected on this point of having this clear vision, my life of faith became a lot more exciting and inspiring, and I felt like I could, even recently I feel like been pushing myself to do things that I didn't think I could do before, but really it's all about having this faith and this goal and this vision. And I think Dr. Yong also talked about doing things that are impossible or unrealistic, or maybe it seems unachievable, but and he didn't just, when he declares a goal, he doesn't just say it as like, oh, I should say this, but he actually believes it can happen, or like legitimately will do the work to make it happen. And yeah, I just feel so like a breath of fresh air just came into America. Be poetic, but so I guess two main things I learned from Dr. Yong is whatever my dream is, if I do it with God, it's possible. And if I offer my whole self and all of my sincerity, I can't have any regrets. So as long as I offer myself, then I don't have to worry so much about, oh, is my faith strong enough? Am I good enough of a person for this? Because as long as I invest myself, then that's all God asks for, I feel. And yeah, even after Dr. Yong goes to America, I hope that I can, as an offering for Dr. Yong and for True Mother, I hope that, I can't read my notes. I hope that, anyways, I hope that I can really do something good for God and for America too, and for my family. So, yeah, thank you, Dr. Yong. I know our community is bigger and stronger because of you. And yeah, the youth really needed you a lot, so thank you so much.
Okay, our next song is Teach Your Children. Dr. Yong, you have taught us a lot, okay? That every one of us, I'm sure, you have gotten so many things from Dr. Yong. So we appreciate Dr. Yong, and we're going to offer this song to you, Teach Your Children. Here we go. them on your dreams, till one day fix the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and sigh, and know they love you. And you of tender years, can know the fears that dreamers grow by, and so help them with your youth. They sing to dream before they can die, and teach your parents well. Their children's hair will slowly go by, and feed them on your dreams, till one day picks the one you'll know by. Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and sigh, and know they love you.
Don't you ever ask them why, if they told you you would cry, so just look at them and sigh, and know they love you, and know they love you, and know they love you, and know they love you.
We love you, Dr. Yong.
We love you.
That song was Teach Your Children. Yeah, teach your children. I think if there's anything that defines Dr. Yong, he really is a teacher. A teacher. You know, I've been thinking about it the past couple of days, and actually the past couple of years, and I'm sure many of you know, and it's mentioned many times, but the first thing Dr. Yong did when he came here was start morning devotion, right? And I'm sure it's said many times, but it was like a lifeline for us. It was in the middle of COVID. Everything was shut down. And like people weren't going to churches, it was online, and we weren't sure what was going to happen, and then morning devotion started. And that was something that brought us all together. But more than that, for me personally, really it was a lifeline in my own life of faith. And I think about it, Dr. Yong has talked about many, many different things, right? I think one thing that I really appreciate was when Dr. Yong's message on perfect plus creates perfect minus, right? It's so empowering that if you can become a perfect plus, then everything's going to be okay. And Dr. Yong talks about Johnson. I don't think I've heard anyone talk about Johnson as much as Dr. Yong does, but it's so true. And what's more than that is Dr. Yong is a living embodiment of Johnson in his life. You know, I think about it all the time, and we all have 24 hours in the day, right? But Dr. Yong spends at least 6 hours of his waking day preparing morning devotion. And he's done that every single day till today. Do you know how difficult that is? I don't know. I haven't done anything consistent for, over 100 days before in my life. And so I'm blown away. And I remember one experience. We were in Las Vegas. This was an ACLC 22nd anniversary last year. And everyone was in the room. All the ACLC leaders, all the Family Federation leaders. And the program started pretty early, around 6 o'clock in the morning. And the program went on until 11:45 p.m. Now, some of you know where I'm going, but 11:45 p.m., and the program started at 6 o'clock. What time did Dr. Yong have to prepare morning devotion? So I was looking at him all throughout, and he's paying attention, and sometimes he's on his laptop. But at 11:45, we wrap up, he goes to his room, and if you know the timing, morning devotion starts at 3 a.m. in Las Vegas. So I don't even know if he slept. But that's been his life over and over and over. And a year ago, when I got into a car accident, Dr. Yong actually was driving me to Clifton. He told me one time, sometimes it feels like he's just gonna drop dead. But we don't see it, right? He doesn't allow us to see it. It's like a true parent. A parent that doesn't want you to see what's going on and how much he's struggling. And it may almost seem like a miracle too, but this is 2 years, like 2.5 years of morning devotion where you could easily be sick enough not to give morning devotion, right? But he still hasn't missed one day. And that on top of many other things just impressed me so much about Dr. Yong. He could be doing anything. Let's give it up. He could be doing anything, but he decides to focus the largest portion of his day towards the internal guidance, towards teaching us, towards raising us. As a man who really puts God first, above everything. And that's what I've learned. And more than that is also Dr. Yong really cares about people. Some of you may or may not notice. Yeah, give a hand again. I think Dr. Yong taught me how to hug people. It's like the closer you work with Dr. Yong, the more you'll understand that he remembers everything. He pays attention to all the details, and even things as simple as matching and blessing. Right? He is so particular, and will be persistently following you. Like he has nothing to gain from it. But he just continues to meet with different people to want to support them, even in that aspect of your life. And of course, I was very fortunate enough to be matched by Dr. Yong. Just really grateful. It's like Dr. Yong is now part of my lineage, Wherever they have a picture of him somewhere at house or something. And also, Dr. Yong talks a lot about Reverend Johan Lee, right? I think that was the first time I heard about Reverend Johan Lee through Dr. Yong. And in thinking about it, and now I think in the future, I'm going to be talking about Dr. Yong, like what Dr. Yong said. And I think these are memories, precious memories that are going to live with us forever. So just thank you, Dr. Yong, for everything.
Good morning, brothers and sisters.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for your coming and joining early our morning fundoke. I always carry on morning heart devotion wherever I go.
Only utmost sincerity and devotion moves heaven, not by money, not by condition, not by any other things. 아주. Only can move heaven by utmost sincerity and heart. No other way.
이 나이 먹도록 세상을 잘 모르나 보다 진심을 다해도 나에게 상처를 주네 이 나이 먹도록 사람을 잘 모르나 보다 사람은 보여도 마음은 보이지 않아 나이 되어서 그래도 당신을 만나서 고맙소 늘 사랑하오 술 취한 그날 밤 손등에 눈물을 떨굴 때 내 손을 감싸며 괜찮아 울어준 사람 세상이 등져도 알아서 함께 할 거라고
손세경으로 축복하시고 역사하시기를
이 나이 되어서 그래도 당신을 만나서 고맙소 늘 사랑하오 이분도 못난 나를 만나서 긴 세월 고생만 시킨 사람 이런 사람이라서 미안하고 아픈 사람
Hey guys, Dr. Yong just wanted to say happy birthday!
위해 살아가겠소 남겨진 세월도
Merry Christmas, everyone. As we celebrate your eternal Trinity, what is your eternal Trinity? No matter what, okay? Your parents, your spouse, your children. This is your eternal Trinity. Alan Sanders, so many brothers and sisters, beyond one son, everybody, thank you. 감사합니다.
We love you, Dr. Yong. And now, the person who's spent the most time with Dr. Yong, Dr. Yong's wife is not here, so essentially like Dr. Yong's spouse, I'm joking. But spent the most amount of time with Dr. Yong. I'm sure he has many, many things to say, a lot of precious memories, and Dr. Yong really treated him as his own son. So let's welcome up President Naokimi Ushiroda.
All right, good morning, everyone. Yeah, it almost feels like a Seonghwa ceremony. But fortunately, he's still alive, don't worry. There is one more chapter, I'm sure, or several more. Yeah, I was reflecting on what to share, and I felt it'd be good to just kind of go from where I was at before Dr. Yong, and then how far I've come since, to give you a sense of the impact that he's had. When I heard that Dr. Yong was coming about 2.5 years ago, my first concern was, well, I didn't know him, so he was Korean. That's what I knew. So I remember I requested a meeting with Dr. Robert Kittle, who was working with him in Asia. And I set up a meeting so that we can find out more information about Dr. Yong. And I remember one of the questions I asked Dr. Kittle was, does Dr. Yong understand democracy? So definitely I had some concerns. And then when he came to America, a few weeks later, I was asked to kind of serve as the national president under him. And wow, talk about a whirlwind since. I remember soon after I was asked to take on this role, I was driving up to Belvedere every day to doing morning devotion live. Yeah, I usually didn't wake up every day that early. But because of Dr. Yong, I had to get up, and he kind of indirectly forced me to do Jeongsong. I had, as he likes to say, no choice! So yeah, it confirmed my fear about democracy. But despite that, even behind that, I felt God was working, so I trusted God was really investing and also me to grow. So I accepted, and definitely one of the most important messages I think that will stay with us, that stays with me, is that, and it was shown in the video actually, but utmost devotion moves heaven. Yeah. And this is really true. I really feel in anything that we do in life that when we put our Jeongsong, then it really mobilizes spirit world and even the heart of God to allow things to happen. So I feel that was one of the most precious things that Dr. Yong brought to America, is the reminder that Jeongsong is at the core of everything we do, especially in our life of faith. Now, the second thing I appreciate about Dr. Yong is his personal love and attention. I remember every morning in East Garden when I went there, we would have breakfast at the main house afterwards, just a handful of us. And each time he would, share some of his food to me. Like, I'm sitting next to him, so he would take some, put it in another bowl, because they only prepare like Korean food for him, and then everyone else gets like different food, but he knows I like Korean food, so he would share some of his Korean food with me, even without me asking, he would give me that kind of attention. And also, I remember several times, he would make me cry. But not in a bad way. He would really say things like, I felt really understood. He understood the struggles and challenges in my own life. And he would remind me that despite all of that, God had prepared me for this role at this time. And every time he would come and say, my job is to make my now Kimi successful as national president. So I've had many bosses, if you know. I've been around doing mission actually I was updating my mission log yesterday, but for 24 years I've been doing 10 different missions. And I've had many bosses before me, but I can truly say, Dr. Yong, he really loved me and my family more than other bosses I've had. Yeah, so. He's the only boss that visited my house. And even this recent trip to Korea, he gave me some oolong tea and said, this is for your wife. Tell her it's from me. So I go home and I don't have any other gifts, but honey, here's some tea from Dr. Yong. But yeah, his modeling of love, he definitely loves people. You know, I can't say the same for me, but he loves being with people. In fact, he's like so, like, you know how I'm more of an introvert, so I don't like hang out. Like, he needs people around him. So that's how much he really likes just being with people. And I really feel he's a pastor at heart, a missionary at heart. And thank you, Dr. Yong, for loving all the members here in New Jersey and America. Really appreciate that. And the final point I want to share is I really respect Dr. Yong for his filial piety. And the reason why I say this is, you know, when changes happen in leadership, it's not a simple matter. You know, there's so many things happening in the background, and it's very, very easy to feel from a humanistic or horizontal perspective being wronged or being misunderstood, especially if the mission seems to be like a demotion. When you feel like you've done everything you could, and yet things happen beyond your control. It's very easy, actually, to feel sad, depressed, even angry. But despite the circumstances, Dr. Yong, modeling what he's been preaching, really letting it go and offering to heaven, and with filial piety, committing to respond to Mother's call, going back to Korea, I feel is really restoring some of the failures of our leaders in the past. And I just want to thank him for modeling true filial piety, responding to Mother despite all the challenges. So one final quote that I'm gonna remember always. I dealt with a lot of financial issues at headquarters, but one thing that encourages me all the time is, God is my sponsor. So no matter what financial difficulty we're in, I'm going to remember that and keep the hope that God will have our back and we'll find a way to make it through. So with that, I'd like to invite you all to stand up and welcome Dr. Chong-Chik Yong to share his farewell message. Oh, you have a mic. Dr. Chong.
Can you hear me? Okay, mic is okay. It works. I prepare my speech because I scare. Our now Kim is always checking my time, so I need to finish on time. Anyway, I am really grateful to each one of you. Thank you so much for coming here today to my farewell service. I truly appreciate all of you coming here to greet me. I have been in America for 2 years and 7 months, and for about a year, and served as your senior pastor at the New Jersey Family Church. It has been my honor and my pleasure to serve you in this capacity. As you know, my ministry is that of a personal touch. And I was happy I had a chance to meet many of you, share breakfast with many of you, and see you often at church. You know, since I came to America, and personally I have a personal experience with the Father spiritually. And father said, while I am in the America, I could not love each one of American brothers and sisters. I did not express much. So please deliver my heart and love toward each one of American brothers and sisters. Wow, I think I have a few experience. Then, I'm thinking about that. How can everybody feel God's love? Everybody feel true parents' love. So I learned from true parents, and also especially my spiritual father, Reverend Yong, about the personal touching. One of the best way to touch each one of the members, of course, you need to pray for each one of them. At the same time, even though very short time, and express my heart and love through hugging. And not just only externally hugging. Now you are really precious son and daughters of God. So I really need to hug each one of them on behalf of God, on behalf of true parents, even though true father couldn't do that. I need to do. And then I feel that whenever I meet each one of members, I do not know when can I see them again. This is first and last. This kind of feeling, whenever can you give me tissue paper? Whenever I meet each one of the members, have that kind of, a feeling. Wow. And then our Mr. So also, he said, wow, Dr. Yong, like you, whenever you meet each one of member, like first and last, I do not know. When can I see this guy again? Someone already 70 plus, someone already 80 plus. And I do not know, when can I visit to another state? That's why for me, whenever I see each one of them, so precious. If I am the representative of a true father and true mother, wow, this can be first and last. I can feel that. That's why I can feel that each one of them are really, I don't have any kind of discrimination. You are different color, you are, different nationality, whatever. I can feel that this is a really, Heavenly Father's heart and true parents' heart. That's why I really need to pay more attention. I need to really express my heart on behalf of God and true parents. So I am very grateful to you for your support and your love. Without you, I cannot really be a leader, right? So I can tell we really share our longing heart for each other. So, but as you know, with all the love and care we have for each other, we join this movement to dedicate our lives for the sake of God and God's providence and true parents. And I have made my choice long ago to absolutely follow and obey God's commands and see true parents' direction as God's. And some of the Korean leaders say, Dr. Yong, you something wrong with true mother? And then why you are coming to Korea? So you are American Continental Director, should be you have to be like a Korean, Korean nationality or what, and then you just come and then responsible for one church. What's wrong with you? I think this guy do not understand about the mother's heart. Yeah. Do you know? True mother is so serious. Especially where after she offering the Cheonwon-gung, and then mother express her heart and her wishes. When we have a international major leaders meeting in Cheonwon-gung, mother really could not control her tears. And she cannot speak for a while. 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes. She tried to control her tears. And she said that when she see the reality of our movement, how can we offer the nation of Korea as a 천일구? Now she's not simple age. She's already more than 80 years old. And then time is more shorter and shorter. She also prepared to go to spiritual world. But when she see the reality, to establish God's kingdom of heaven, centering on Korea, that's why she had kind of the desperation. How can I really offer this nation? When see the reality, numbers, our brothers and sisters' attitude, and the church atmosphere, our church really can have the Holy Spirit. We have really love. We are really care each other as the brothers and sisters. Mother continuously asking that kind of question. And then mother saying that from now on, I personally need to involve directly Korean providence. And then mother, decided to, ask me to come to Korea. And then later on, I heard that all major Korean leaders need to come to Korea, those who are working from overseas. Then much mother is really so serious to offer the nation of Korea. That is mother's heart. So then when I see mother's tears, and then I internally determine, I don't want to make my mother cry. Mother, for me, it does not matter. Become continental director or national leader, central leader, pioneer, does not matter. Through my small effort and 정성, can comfort you, can console your heart. I can do anything, mother. No worry about me to go to Korea. For you, already 80 years old, how much serious, how much precious each time, each day, each month. For me, what can I do for you? This is for me also my last commitment. My last commitment for mother directly centering on Korea. Thank God. Thank true parents. You invite me to go to Korea and participating with the mothers who work together. So now there are 25, mother arranged the 25 the great church area. Maybe I will be responsible one of the 25 churches. So I do not know, mother still arranging this and that. I do not know which area I need to go. And then when I pray and pray and pray, I feel that God is really calling me. And true Father appeared to me that you need to go to Korea and support your mother. She's very lonely. Who can make the model and then everybody can follow that model? Heavenly God, this very true Father begged me to go to Korea. You need to set up that kind of model for Korean church, and then everybody can have that kind of example. I don't know I can do or not, but one thing I believe, the power of 정성. Power of 정성. I cannot move Korea. I cannot change Korea. How can we change Korea? How can we unite Korean brothers and sisters? One thing I believe, through power of 정성. One thing, my brothers and sisters, what I believe, true Father's best slogan, just now Kim-Il-sang and also Takino-sang mentioned that, true Father's number one slogan is, utmost sincerity moves heaven. According to, my missionary experience of 32 years, since I joined church already more than 47 years, this is my conclusion of my life of faith. How to move heaven? Not by power, not by any other external position. Only can move God's heart through utmost sincerity. What I believe, no one win over power of 정성. That's why I think as long as I do my 정성 in Korea, more than America, I think surely, that's why my job is, how can I move God's heart? How can I move the entire spiritual world? Then entire spiritual world, even God, no choice, sympathize on me. Wow, this guy as a human being, as a fallen human being, put 10 much 정성, 10 much devotion, 10 much prayer, 10 much heart, 10 much filial piety. Wow, no choice. I need to come down, need to help. That's why, my brothers and sisters, no one win over 정성. If you keep this motto, this slogan, and really you need to practice it, then the remaining job, God does the rest. That's why God is very fair, my brothers and sisters. God is really fair. Does not matter you just graduate elementary school, you graduate the high school, or just graduate university, or does not matter. Only God moves through your utmost sincerity. That's why I think, for me, even though I spent 2 years and 7 months in America, I slept just 3 hours and 4 hours. And feel still guilty feeling. When Father was here, he do more than me. I don't care you recognize me or not. Important thing is God recognize me or not. Spiritual world recognize me or not. You can see just only external my face and behavior, but invisible things and visible things, spiritual world can see and watch over for 24 hours for me. That's why many people say, even our Anne-Marie Myler talking about in the morning and give me very beautiful kind of the encouragement, and then also some kind of the sharing that, Korea is very difficult. Very, very difficult, very dry. Dr. Yong, you work very hard from overseas, but come to Korea, different situation maybe you cannot do. And then, through Father tell me, and also internally, I have strong determination. I cannot do anything in Korea. That means God is not in Korea. I'm going to testify. God is alive. Yes. Wherever I go. Yes. Huh? I really want to testify God is a living God, even in Korea. Huh? I want to show God is a living God. Any place, even Africa, even America, even South America, everywhere. I want to testify you are living God. Please, Heavenly Father, show you are living God. Okay? My portion of responsibility, I will do 정성, and based on that, remaining job yours. That's why I say, mother maybe ask me to responsible one small church or big church, it does not matter. Anyway, put me anywhere, my determination. I want to testify who is God. I want to testify spiritual world is alive. I want to testify how much true Father helped me from spiritual world. That is my determination. That's why, my brothers and sisters, no worry about me. Okay? No worry about me. You worry about you. So I want to hear really good testimony from each one of you. Since Dr. Yong left, wow, centering on Reverend Dunkley and now Gimme, our sub-regional leaders, unite more than before. You see, Dr. Yong, this is your result of the 정성 now improving and developing and multiplying and growing. I want to hear that. Since Dr. Yong left, our movement is not much serious of a morning devotion, and then decline and decline and decline and decline. No more hope. I don't want to hear that. Now we are living in the era of the 천일국. Era of the 천일국 means taking ownership. 아주? Each one of you are owner. Not Reverend Dunkley is the owner. Not national leader Naokim is the owner. Each one of us, we are owner. 아주? Each one you have, you take on the ownership. You are very seriously responsible for nation of the America. I think our American movement really, really can develop very quickly. For me, 2.5 years here, and then True Father's spirit, I often communicate with the True Father. The Father said, your 3 years, you need to make someone's job like 7 years or 8 years. That means sleep less. Work harder than any other one. Even though 2 years and 7 months, I'm thinking that what you done, your 정성, whatever, someone's like a 7 years job or 5 years job. I have that kind of determination to do. So, even though my age also not simple age, 66 years old, but I go to Korea. I work harder than any other second generation, any other younger one. Who is older, who is younger. Okay? One who have a vision and then passion and working harder, getting younger and younger and younger. So now, mother desperation, wow. Can you imagine? Woman become 80 years old. Our Mrs. Ang is here. When you become 80 years old, not True Mother is one of the simple women. She is God's only begotten daughter. She needs to fulfill God's portion, her portion of responsibility as a God's only begotten daughter. That's why she feels so much pressure. So much pressure. That's why mother said, no one knows my heart. No one knows my heart. That's why for me, I want to. Of course, I love American brothers and sisters. Truly, I can say that I don't want to leave America. Because since I came to America, I realized that, wow, American brothers and sisters, maybe this one, maybe Korean people here, they're very upset about me, but American brothers and sisters, more honest, more pure than Korean people. Huh? Korean people is a calculation. Our heart cannot calculate. That's why since I commit to do something in America, wow, once American members stand up, wow, God, you give me more 2 years and 3 years. I do not know what will happen in America. I can feel that. Already, God given me that kind of strength and power. We can really change entire America. I can feel that. And then also, then why haven't God changed my mission? Based on this foundation of America, you go back to Korea to help mother. We do not know any woman more than 80 years old. We do not know any time can happen. Any time. So for me, it's a very last chance to help mother and then participate her work together. That's why many people are concerned about me to go to Korea and then, how you can do this and that, I don't worry at all. For me, any position, until I was trained up by Reverend Yohan Lee, in any place, he said, you need to appreciate. You need to appreciate. So that's why I have that kind of appreciation. My last point, my dear brothers and sisters. I already mentioned many times why our movement really cannot grow up. Since we joined church already more than 10 years, someone more than 20 years, someone more than 30 years and 40 years. Why our movement still cannot grow up? Even though we have everything. We have God. We have true parents. We have eternal truth, which is a divine principle. We have the best tool to save the people, which is a, blessing. Blessing is our salvation, as you know that. I reflect on that. What is the real our problems? I already mentioned to the morning devotion. One of the main issues is, since I joined church, how much did I become, man of true love? How much I changed my life. That's why I think, I'm talking about the quality and quantity. Quality decided quantity. There is no quality. You cannot increase quantity. That's why I know, to lead America nation and American brothers and sisters, if I do not grow up, if I do not change my quality of love, quality of my faith, quality of my filial piety, how can I change the nation of America? That's why for me, even though I am guiding you from the morning devotion, my most important point, focus on me, not focus on you. Morning devotion not to you, morning devotion to me. To me. Not focus on you. Because as much as I grow up, you can grow up together. That's why I not focus on you. Morning devotion, you appreciate God, not me. Morning devotion, focus on me, my life of faith. That was my testimony, my struggling. How can I overcome it? That's why as much as I grow up, as much as I change, I can change my family. I can change my community. I can change my church. I can change the nation. That's why always I reflect on myself. What's the quality of my Hyojung? Really, I can die for God? Can I really die for true parents? In any situation, can obey to true mother or not? Self-denial. Every morning, educate to myself, to you, self-denial, self-denial. When you have the critical situation, can you practice this way? That's why I respect my Reverend Yohan Lee. He showed me that kind of standard until he died. Completely deny himself. I want to innate that kind of spiritual blood lineage from Reverend Yohan Lee. So mother is very lonely. Mother is very lonely. Everybody looking for, searching for, who can be a model, who can multiply, who can do something. That's why I really strongly determined and to go back. I want to help Korean Peninsula Providence and help mother. And then I want to really comfort mother. No more tears from mother's eyes. That is my determination. So now I'm 28 is our inaugural and farewell ceremony at New York hotel. I think Mother Sandy, Dr. Yong, and also Sandy, Reverend Song, the president of the Family Federation International, and then president of the UPF, Dr. Young International. And they are coming and really want to support America. Why Mother changed this leadership? Why Mother asked Dr. Yong go to Korea, and then why bring back again Reverend Dunkley to America? I think they want to explain and more about the true Mother's providence. So my brothers and sisters, Mother's there are 3 wishes already accomplished. First one and second one. First one is to declare the 천일국, substantial 천일국. Already Mother completed. Second one, offering 천원궁 as God's temple, already completed. So Mother's last wish is what? How to offer nation of Korea as a 천일국. Please support Mother and pray for Korean Peninsula Providence. And then, what's the best way to support Korea? When Mother hear that, American movement really now developing, now it's completely different about spiritual dimension. American members, brothers and sisters, really working very hard, really create a unity. And then now, Mother can see promising future in America. I want to hear, Mother also want to hear that. That is a really great help for Mother. My brothers and sisters, I will do my best, and please you do your best. And also, one last thing, my wish is, please support Reverend Dunkley, okay? Any new leadership come, you need to love him, you need to respect him, you need to really absolutely unite with him more than me, okay? So then, I think American movement really can grow up, develop very quickly. And also one thing, now our Naokimi is a really, really incredible guy. And while I was in America as a continental director, he's really supporting me as a second generation. I could not see that kind of genuine guy. He's put his effort, and then he's really prayer and 정성. And then he systematically arranged this and that. For me, I declare something. And then who need to be done? He's the one who need to be done. That's why that is his job. I just declare, and then he need to believe in that, right? So I think now Kim is I'm really proud of him, and he's really great potential. Please support our Naokimi as well. Once again, I from bottom of my heart really appreciate each one of you. Our KA church members are now here. Our Reverend Chair also, I thank you. Even though I did not go to the KA church often, even though I'm the senior pastor over there. And then also the Philadelphia church, and then many community come here. Once again, I really appreciate each one of you. And then I want to maybe start to have a pioneer mission. I do not know. My own member, 20 members or 30 members or 40 members or 100 members. I do not know which area Mother sent. Never mind. And then I want to create one of the beautiful church. I really want to create church as the real substantial kingdom of heaven. Anyone come to my church, Dr. Yong, I don't want to go back home. Why? Because here is the kingdom of heaven. I want to create, kingdom of heaven is not just only concept or ideal. I really want to substantialize God's substantial kingdom of heaven. Centering on our churches, I want to create that kind of atmosphere. And then I growing our church, and then anyone from America come to Korea, please visit my church. I welcome you, okay? I welcome each one of you, my brothers and sisters. Once again, I really respect you. Thank you so much. May God and true parents bless each one of you and over the America forever. Thank you very much. 감사합니다.
Let's give another big hand of applause to Dr. Chung-Shik Yong. Thank you, Dr. Yong. You may all be seated. And at this time, we have some gifts for Dr. Yong from various organizations. The Ethnic Ministry presented a certificate of recognition and acknowledgement to Dr. Yong, but also a ministry that Dr. Yong worked with very closely was ACLC. So just presenting it, I'd like to invite up our ACLC coordinator, Dr. Aguilan.
Thank you, Dr. Yong. Thank you so much. On behalf of the American Clergy Leadership Conference, we are so grateful and thank you to Heavenly Parents and True Parents for bringing you here in New Jersey to chair the ECLC, and you really bring ECLC to the next level. And I promise you that when you are in Korea, you will hear more about ECLC, that we are growing 10 times better than you than today. So I would like to invite all the coordinators to please come forward. We are going to present plaque of appreciation to Dr. Yong to help me. Dr. Yong, this coordinator bring me close to perfection. They are really guiding me and they are very supportive to the ECLC ministry. I would like to read no read? Okay. Okay, we want to present this plaque of appreciation to Dr. Yong. In honor of Dr. Chung-Shik Yong, Regional President of the Family Federation, North America, National Co-Chair of ECLC. We thank you for your leadership in America, especially for the development of the American Clergy Leadership Conference.
So Dr. Yong, if you can remain up there. Dr. Yong, if you can just remain up there. Next up, Dr. Yong was just not the regional president, your continental director. He wasn't just your morning devotion teacher. He wasn't just the Clifton Church senior pastor. He was also the senior pastor of KEA. And KEA has prepared a representative gift, a farewell gift to Dr. Yong. So I'd like to invite up Reverend Che and Mrs. Wansu. Dr. Young, please stay up. We're not done yet. And now representing the Clifton Family Church, we have a representative flower offering. So I'd like to invite up Jin Sung and Ellie to present it to Dr. Young. Picture. And finally, representing, all of Clifton, we have a special card prepared by Minobu Sato. Like always, with your well wishes from members around the community, together with a gift, I'd like to just invite President Naokimi to present it to Dr. Young on behalf of the Clifton Family Church members. All right, so we're going to go on to our benediction, but before that, it came to mind that, don't you guys love Dr. Young so much? Yes. So why don't we sing Sarange to Dr. Young? Can everyone just stand up? We're going to be singing Sarange to Dr. Young because we love you so much.
us bow our heads in prayer. Our dearest Heavenly Parent and our beloved true parents, we gather here before you on this special day where we really appreciate your son, Dr. Chong-sik Yong, for his service here at the New Jersey Family Church and also as the regional president of America. Heavenly Parent, we are so very grateful for the Jeongseong, the love, the care, and the teachings that Dr. Yong has provided us, helping us to connect more closely to your heart and also to your word. Heavenly Parent, we pray that your continued guidance and presence and hand will be upon Dr. Yong as he moves to his new mission in Korea. And as he stated, that he maintain his heart of filial piety to really support our true parents, to support true mother in restoring the fatherland of Korea. We are so, again, very both grateful, a little sad, but also determined to continue to grow and make Dr. Yong proud that his legacy is not lost, that the seeds that he planted will continue to grow and develop here in America and beyond. So on behalf of all the Blessed Central families here, and for those who are tuning in, and on behalf of all the American members, I just want to offer this prayer with deep gratitude and encouragement to Dr. Yong. I offer this in my name, Naokimi and Shukuko Shiroda of a Blessed Central family, Aju. Let's have 1 minute of unison prayer to also offer your prayers of support for this transition at this time.
Well, if you see me again, I'm not here to MC, but to offer 3 cheers of Okmanse so that we can really claim this victory that Dr. Yong was able to have here in America. And so I'd like to offer 3 cheers of Okmanse. First for beloved heavenly parents, second for victorious true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, and for the victory of Dr. Yong in Korea. All right.
통일하신 하늘을 보냄 순리하신 존직 작품을
And for the victorious foundation, Dr. Yong laid in America, and first victory in Korea!
you're downstairs, please come upstairs. We're taking a photo. This may be the last photo. Is the last photo at Clifton Family Church. So if you're downstairs, please make your way up. If you are on the side, please scoot inward so we can make space for as many people to fit into the pews as possible. Everyone downstairs, please make your way here. Also, I'd just like to give a shout out to everyone tuning in online. I believe Mid-Hudson, Boston, and many other communities are tuning in today to just bow their farewell to Dr. Yong. Not just as Clifton Family Church Senior Pastor, but also our regional president. And for everyone else, we'll be having an official downstairs. Please come up. And Phil, and yeah, you can come right down the aisle. Come right in the aisle, right in the aisle. Just, yep, right in the aisle. Everyone downstairs, please make your way up. If you're in the AV room and maybe you don't have something to do right now, I'm talking to you, Tosh, Tanru, Sundi, who are never in any photos. Feel free to come down the aisle so we can see you at least in this final photo. And for everyone else, we'll be having a farewell ceremony and an official inauguration of Reverend Damien Dunkley on Sunday next week. Details to come. It'll be in your inbox, so please be on the lookout for that in your email, most likely at the New Yorker Hotel. That's next week, Sunday the 28th. That is the official national level farewell for Dr. Yong, as well as the inauguration for Damien, and also the farewell for Pastor Naokimi as well. So, looks like everyone's pretty much scooted in now. I believe Sunday school is also making their way here. With that, I'd just like to pass it to, we're gonna have to Graham. Graham, by the way, he's always just taking photos all the time, and he has the quickest turnaround. He just goes home, edits it within like an hour, and then he just sends it over. Just thank you, Graham.
Okay, guys, how are we all doing? Really? I'm not convinced. How are you all doing? Bit more. Okay, we're doing good. Okay, here we go. Can you kill the spotlights, please? I can see you now. Yay. Okay, here we go. Big smiles, guys.
All right, so now we're gonna go into our closing song. Feel free to stick around for our final closing song. It's also the time for tithing. So if you brought your tithe, the boxes are right in the front. Feel free to offer your offering. Then we'll have one closing song to close out, and then Dr. Yong will be around there for you to say your final farewell or receive your final hug before he goes over to Korea. So with that, everyone, can we all rise up for our closing song?
Let's go right in, let's go right in. Come stop your crying, it'll be alright. Just take my hand and hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry.
Oh, I'm so strong, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. You'll be in You'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore.
Don't listen to them, 'cause what do they know? We need each other to have to hold. They'll see in time. I know when destiny calls you, you must be strong. I may not be with you, but you got to hold on. They'll see in time. I know we'll show them together, 'cause you'll be in my heart.
You'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. You'll be in my heart, no matter what they say. You'll be in my heart always. Always. I'll be with you. I'll be there for you always. Always and always.
Just look over your shoulder.
Always.
Just look over your shoulder.
Always.
Just look over your shoulder.
Always.
I'll be there.
And a farewell ceremony for Dr. Yong. Hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful rest. You're going to leave this bulletin upstairs by youth ministry. But with that, you can come with Dr. Yong right up to the front here as they go down. Thank you very much.
Come stop your crying, it'll be alright. Just take my hand and hold it tight. I will protect you from all around you. I will be here, don't you cry.
For one so small, you seem so strong. My arms will hold you, keep you safe and warm. This bond between us can't be broken. I will be here, don't you cry. You'll be in my heart. Yes, you'll be in my heart. From this day on, now and forevermore. You'll be in my heart, no matter what they say. Yes, you'll be in my heart always. Why can't they understand the way we feel? They just don't trust what they can't explain.